This newly compiled footage from the National Institute of Science and Technology is going to blow you away. Pay attention to the details. Do you see anything strange? Let's play it again. How about now? Do you see anything strange? If you pay attention, without any doubt, you can see the nose of this plane exit the other side of the building. You've seen this exact same footage before, but from a different angle. Now in this image, you can see the impact a bird can have on a plane. It's devastating to say the least. And yet we've been led to believe that a plane is more powerful than structural steel, that a plane meant to be lighter than air can cut through steel like a hot knife through butter. Now in this video you can see that a bus cannot drive through a concrete wall. So what makes people think that a plane can fly through structural steel?
The US government wanted to test what would happen if a plane crashed into the concrete walls of a nuclear power station. The jet sets off, bolted to a track to prevent takeoff. It's doing 500 miles an hour. The plane atomized with the impact. It just disappeared into dust. Only the tips of the wings escaped total destruction. But the wall, designed to move and absorb energy, did its job well. When dealing with nuclear material, no test can ever be too drastic.
As you can see in this footage, the fighter jet did even worse than the bus. It was vaporized into dust. The World Trade Center wasn't made of concrete, ladies and gentlemen. It was a building made with grade A structural steel. The engineers that built the World Trade Center said it could have resisted multiple impacts from multiple planes. Now we're going to play this Foya NIST footage from September 11th. Watch what happens. Did you notice the cutscene? That's how the footage was released, with a cutscene. In other words, they cut out the approach of the plane that hit the second tower. Let's watch this again. Now just before the cutscene, we can actually see the time this footage was taken. 9:04. If we look at the timeline for September 11th, we can see that the second plane impacted at 9:03. So we're supposed to believe that the person filming this video stopped recording just a few seconds before the impact and then started recording again. Unfortunately, we see this same tactic play out on multiple Foya NIST videos from that very same day. In this video, they did it again. The reason they're cutting out the planes, ladies and gentlemen, is because it's easier to cut out the plane than to put one in via CGI. In this footage, we can see the wingtip disappear behind the corner of the building. And in this video, the entire wing disappears. Would it surprise you to know that the person that recorded this footage is the head of the MIT Media Lab? MIT level CGI, ladies and gentlemen. It's either that or a mega bunker-busting cruise missile with wings. Notice how quickly explosives can transform this 100-story column resembling the World Trade Center into dust. This is exactly what happened on 9/11. High-velocity explosives triggered to cascade in a visual way that makes it look like the building collapsed at free-fall speeds. This is what happened on 9/11. Pay attention to these horizontal ejections. They're a classic sign of a controlled demolition. In this footage, you can see the same types of ejections occurring right around the zone of the collapse. There are multiple examples of this. It gets so sneaky that they let off a few charges as the second plane, Flight 175, hits the South Tower. It's bait and switch, ladies and gentlemen. And as people were looking at the explosion, rocking the South Tower, other explosions were occurring in the other tower. Now you can deny the evidence if you want to, but one thing is clear. Absolutely everything that has been broadcast since 9/11 has been fake news. Fake news that keep people distracted from what really happened on that day. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.